Hey guys, I have to get ready, so I figured I might as well turn on the camera. And I've done one eye already just to save time. For my eyes, the first thing I do is I put Aspen contour on my lids as a primer and also to neutralize red. And I really like using this contour instead of a highlight color because it doesn't crease, it has the perfect consistency to grab shadow. I don't need to put powder on top of it, and it cuts the redness from my lids. So I just put a little bit of that on. That's our lightest contour. And I'm gonna start with, this is my shadow palette. I'm starting with Pup all over for a transitional shade. And then I'm gonna go in with London, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner and above my crease, and I'm just doing windshield wiper motions or little circles, and that's going to blend it as I put it on. And I haven't put my makeup on yet. I like to do eyes first, so when I get shadow in places where it's not supposed to be, I can easily clean that up. I'm going to bring a little bit of that onto the center of my lid. And these brushes are great. There's a pencil end on one side and a fluffy end on the other for blending. Because it's St. Patrick's, I'm going to use a little bit of green. So I'm going to dip my finger in Atlantic. It's just a very barely green shimmer, and I'm going to put that on my lid. And then I'm going to use the pencil end in Ivy League, which is a dark matte green, and I'm just going to sort of line the outer corner with that. And then I always like to use Sabrina in the inner corner, just for some light and brightness there. And for liner, I like Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in Empire. It's sort of an eggplant or dark purple color. Really great for green eyes. I think I just got a dab there. And you get a minute or so to fix any smudges, and then it sets and doesn't budge for the rest of the day, but it goes on nice and easy like a pencil. I love this metal sharpener from Amazon. It is the best eyeliner pencil sharpener that I've ever used, and it has an end for large pencils as well as small pencils. Really great. Never gets dull. And I'm using Thrive mascara. And on that eyeliner, I put it on my top line and only the very outer corner of the bottom. I just really can't have a lot of dark liner on my lower lashes. You don't want shadow coming down low on your face, or it kind of drags it down. So when I put my makeup on, I will fix that. And let's go to the makeup. So I've been extra pale these days. I have an iron deficiency, so I'm going to put a little bit of Frenchie, which is a lip and cheek, a peachy color, which is also a really good color corrector if you have a little bit of blue. So it's great for under eyes, and I'm gonna just put that under my eyes right now. They're showing a little blue today. And the texture of this it's fantastic. It really doesn't crease. It's very light and thin. And when I'm super pale, I'll actually put it all over, almost all over, because I need a little bit of help today. I'm gonna put a little bit on my forehead. And that's just a color corrector. It's going underneath my makeup. I'm going to use the powder brush. So I'm in transition now. My summer color is amber with sunlit, and my winter color is candlelight with Versailles. So I'm sort of mixing. So I'm gonna put the sunlit in the the inner corners. Sometimes I use white peach too, that's a really nice one. And outer corner. And this is what's gonna take care of any of that eyeshadow that needs to get cleaned up. Just gonna lift right there. And I'm gonna dab down the center of my nose. So we have a lot of tree pollen out, and I am definitely having some allergy issues today. I don't know if you guys are having that where you are. All right, so that's my brightener, and you can see it's not even all blended in yet, but that has helped my under eye area. And then my foundation, I'm gonna mix my winter and summer color. So I'll put a little candle lid all around. And I love that you just don't have to be precise here. You can pretty much slop it on and then when you blend it, it's going to work out great. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of that amber. And you can see I don't look too peachy from the Frenchie that I used underneath. And now I'm blending. And it does a pretty good job of covering my dark spot. I can spend more time playing with that if I want to after I do my blush and bronzer. And super fast, I'm just gonna wipe off whatever excess I have on my neck. And I could use the same brush for my contour, and mine is Ash. And because I am older, I stipple my makeup all the time. I never just rub it across. And I like to put my bronzer on like right away. A lot of people do that last, but I like to put it on now. And this, I accidentally dipped my brush into heat waves instead of tan lines, and so then I dipped into both. So this is actually a mixture of heat waves and tan lines. So it looks a little dark right now, but it's gonna be fine after I blend. So bronzer is like the number 3 on the side of your face. And use that same brush to blend. And even when I'm blending, I'm stippling. A lot of people use heat waves as a lip and cheek also. It's got a bit of a red tone in it. It's really nice. And I love that all of these things are creams and they blend so easily, and you really can't mess it up. If you use the wrong color, it's so easy to either just blend in another one or make it work or just wipe it off. Okay, I want to do my eyebrows. I'm keeping all my brushes in this Morph brush box. I can put so much stuff in here. So I'm using the brow wax. That is this clear stuff here. And in the tin, it's hard as rock. So you have to moisten your brush before you use it. So I'm getting the Seint Stay Spray, put a couple drops in my hand, and rub the brush in the Stay Spray, and then I rub the brush on the brow wax and brush up my brows. And I like to do this before I fill in my brows. Sometimes if I fill in and then put the wax on, it might move it a bit. Then I'm using the other end of the line brush, and I'm using that same ash contour that I used on my face and filling in my brows. And again, because it's cream, if you make a mistake, it's super easy to fix. And then just brush it through. And on this one, I always need a little extra under here to make it more even with my other brow. More or less. I'll have to look in a mirror a little bit later to make sure I've got everything even. So now I just need illuminator and blush and lips. The blush I'm going to use is in my smaller palette. So I use this palette, it's my everyday makeup palette, but I always have some lip stuff in a smaller palette that I can take in my purse. So I have a couple different lip colors and my lip conditioner, which is basically chapstick, but in a tin. And I'm using Sangria. I'm just in love with it ever since they came out with it. It's a great color. And I put that high on my cheekbones, and then I go a little bit up the temples, and that depends on your face shape. I'll do a little on my nose. And then you can use the fluffy end if you need a little more blending. Hopefully this light is good. I'm sitting in front of a window. It's a cloudy day today. We've had a lot of warm, sunny days, but now we're back to sort of a cloudy Portland day. And again, it's kind of hard on camera to see if it's even or not, but you get the idea. And then I'm gonna use illuminator, and I'm gonna go with rose gold today. And I just put that right on top of my cheekbone. And Cupid's bow. And I put mine above my brow. So other people, depending on your eye shape, put it below their brow bone. I don't like any shimmer right there where my skin is because it takes away from my eyes. And now lips. And I use my brow wax. Oh, I need to try my Seint brow wax for this. I'm just so used to doing this. I outline my lips with brow wax. So especially if you are older, it helps so much to just go over your entire face with a sponge to pick up any excess product. And I like to lift my skin so that I get it out of the lines. And I usually have to do that twice, and then I'm good. And that will even everything out. Now that I've touched this on my cheek with the blush and everything, I've uncovered that spot a little bit more. That's a problem with having a spot on your cheekbone. So I'm going to just put the tiniest dab of white peach on there, starting in the middle, and just little tiny dabs. And now lips. So I'm using the other end of that multitasker brush for my lips, and I'm going to do a Sangria. And then I'm putting a little bit of Desert Sun on the center. That's my look for the day. So let me know if you have any questions, if you need some refills, or if you're new and you'd like to get started with Seint. I would love to help you. This makeup has changed my life. I love it so much. All right, have a good day. Bye-bye.